called a smartphone. If you don't have a smartphone, what kind of phone do you have? That would be a dumb phone, right? I got a dumb.
The sales department, okay? I'm gonna blow in on the sales department and show them how to sell something. That's gonna increase morale, it's gonna drive revenue, and it's gonna make the business successful. That's what people all over the world are not doing.
You ready to get your money right? I'm talking about get it right. You know, like you got money coming in from this business and a second business over here and a third business, and all of a sudden you got enough money now to make some investments.
So look, you're gonna spend $40,000 to train your people over 2 years, to handle every opportunity that comes to you, and you spend $480,000 in the same period of time on advertising. This represents basically 8% of your ad budget. Do you want to train your people? Do you want them motivated? If so, if you're going to do this sooner or later, I'm going to suggest, and that's why I'm getting on the call, take time out of the equation and let's do this.
Yep.
The reason I got on the call was to assure you that I'm here to support you and help you. Look, Carlos,
Tell them to fax me a contract. Jesus Christ.
Carlos, I appreciate your business.
How do I get started when I'm 25 years old and I don't have any money? Okay? How do you get started right here? Maybe you're doing food services. You work in a restaurant, you're making 30, 40 grand a year. How do you get started? Okay? What do? You have no money saved. Or obscurity is the biggest problem your business has. There is no bigger problem than obscurity. It's not money, it's not financing, it's not price, it's not value, it's not package. It is one thing, obscurity. All those media programs that you saw me on this morning, they all tell you that there's not enough money, the banks aren't loaning, consumers don't have confidence, people aren't healthy, the economy's in trouble. Dude, none of those are the problem. The problem is nobody knows you.
You might be limited to a strict budget when you want to start a business, but that doesn't mean you don't have options. It's possible to start a business with very little money if you have the right combination of skills, work ethic, and marketing know-how.
When time stops, when the money faucet turns off, it gets it's scary.
How to manage time with 10 steps that work.
Some of the greatest productivity tricks that I've learned, I get asked this a lot. First, large, uninterrupted blocks of time. You have to schedule, if you are a creator, blocks of time that are at least 2 to 4 hours or more.
It is our responsibility to disrupt, to laugh in the face of conformity, to create our own reality. It is our duty to lead, to show strength when others are weak, to trust ourselves when everyone doubts. We are the brave souls that are changing our culture, our economy, and redrawing the lines of the future. We are the entrepreneurs.
I just want them to know that, like, I'm nothing special. I'm this totally average guy that just decided to start a company 11 years ago. And yeah, with an amazing team, we built this company into something that's worth a lot more money than I could ever spend.
Now we're in a city just over the border from Hong Kong. It's called Shenzhen, where all the Apple products are made. All of the American brands, international brands, this is where they make their stuff. We're going up to a city called Qingdao. It's the human hair capital of the world. They do a lot of other beauty products there.
Our schedule is very, very important. It has to stay with the plan. You could even say, Logan, no, we are 8 weeks. Okay. But you have to be 8 weeks. You do not tell me 8 weeks and then it becomes 9 or 10.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I created some of these colors.
Really?
And now they all use my numbers. I came up with a number system
originally came to me and asked if I wanted to invest, I said, listen, I get hit up all the time, but if you're willing to go and do this, I gave him a long list of things to do. And sure enough, man, that kid came back to me like 5 months later, and he said, Logan, can I meet with you? And I said, yeah. He came in and he said, listen, I've done everything that you told me to do, so I'm ready. Usually when I ask people to go do things, I never hear from them again.
Alibaba is a worldwide marketplace where a buyer and seller can come together from all over the world. Now, most of the suppliers are going to be from Asia, definitely the largest e-commerce site in the world. The manufacturing in Asia is cheaper than everywhere else. Now, don't assume that the quality is terrible, because it's not anymore. You can get any kind of quality that you want, but that's up to you, and that's one of the things that you need to pay attention to. So, like anything else in life, there are advantages and disadvantages to using Alibaba. The advantages far outweigh the disadvantages. Manufacturing costs in Asia are so much cheaper than they would be here in the US, so that's your biggest reason for using Alibaba. Plus, a lot of the suppliers over there are willing to work with you as smaller startup business. They don't have huge MOQs, which stands for minimum order quantities. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Recently, I sold the company, and the one regret that I have is that we didn't document any of the process, any of the journey. So I've decided that I'm going to start from scratch, brand new company. But this time, I want to share it with everybody out there that wants to become an entrepreneur, because you guys, like nowadays, it doesn't require you to go out and raise $1 million. It's not even realistic. You don't have to. I'm talking about the companies that you can start from nothing.
So funny. We got it.
Hello Believe Nation, I started the Mentor Me series to try to spend a little bit more time with people who've done a lot more than us, and by watching their videos and listening to them speak, hopefully some of their mindset, their values, their way of thinking, their execution rubs off onto us to help us become better versions of ourselves. Success, you've seen a lot of the videos that I do, it's all about modeling success, and that saved my business. And so this is a quick hit of tons of different entrepreneurs that you can model.
So many people I talked to at that time for Alipay, they say, this is the stupidest idea you have ever got. But I say, I don't rather stupid or clever, as long as people use it. Now we have 800 million people using this Alipay.
You rest on your laurels, but I see none of that obviously at Coca-Cola. But that is the key, to compete the same way when you've got 1.8 billion servings being sold daily as when you were selling 10 a day. And that restlessness, that belief that tomorrow's more exciting than today, you just have to have it permeate the organization.
As you say in India, where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is harmony, there is an order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world.
Because the kind of things that I did when I came to this country, I mean, I went to school, I was working in construction, I was working out my 5 hours a day, I was taking acting classes from 8 o'clock at night to 12 midnight. I was doing all of those things. I wanted to make sure that out of the 24 hours of the day, that I don't waste one single hour.
And we went to every single label, and every single label shut their door on us. The genius thing that we did was we didn't give up. We didn't say, because these guys, we use that what do they know approach. We didn't give up at that point. I think that that was the genius thing we did. We started selling our own CDs, and we built our own buzz, and then the record company came back to us. So now we had a different negotiation.
Fact. And that is, everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use. And the minute that you understand that you can poke life and actually something will, if you push in, something will pop out the other side, that you can change it, you can mold it, that's maybe the most important thing.
In today's video, I'm going to give you 11 steps on what you can do to develop better salespeople with your company. If you've already made a decision to become an entrepreneur, but you don't know what to do next, today in this video, I will give you a 5-step process for you to become an entrepreneur, the evolution of becoming an entrepreneur, and you can make a decision for yourself on which route you want to go to. So I got some points that I'll give you about speaking, 16 of them. But before getting into it, I first want to tell you multiple styles of public speakers. And you need to ask yourself which one is you and identify with that speaker, then go study speakers that have that style because that's your style, if that made any sense. So there's really 4 different categories you can choose to be as an entrepreneur and as a business. Let me explain.
We're going to dive into AT&T and understand where it comes from. Did you know that Red Bull was once a rather bizarre energy drink that was in Thailand?
Antonio Centeno. I'm the founder of Real Men Real Style, where I teach men how to use clothing as a weapon to get what they want out of life. Now, I want to thank Valuetainment for allowing me to be here on their channel.
This guy puts this guy as a target. He wants to beat him. Anything he does, he does. Diet, work ethic, time he comes in, everything, because he is super competitive. And if he's out, if he's super competitive, even more than them, eventually passes him up. It's just simply how it is.
Just keep this in mind. You either have your dreams become a reality, you need to sacrifice your bad habits, or you maintain your habits and you sacrifice your dreams. They don't go together. One must go away. You lose one to gain the other one.
24 years old, and I made a decision
that I'm not going to have sex until I make my first million.
And I know, listen, I'm telling you.
Oh my God. Oh, so you're going to make $1 million real fast.
No, I told you it was about to get weird.
Dude, there's nothing like that kind of motivation.
So let me tell you, I went 17 months, guys.
17 months,
guys. My confidence came from one place. I'm not stopping, and you're going to stop. I need you. I'm talking. You know who I'm talking. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you right there. You. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I need you to improve. You listen to me. I need you to improve. I need you to improve. Because I think the world of you. I think the world of you. I think the world of you. Any selfish dreams that you have will become a reality. I can promise you that. If you do your part, it's going to become a reality. Tell me, oh my gosh, look at this. Do you see a car? This is at least 80 parking spots. There's not a car in here. Look, everybody waits for a New Year resolution. Listen, if you are not absolutely furious with your existing business, size of the business, the growth of the business, the way your finances looks like, the way your life is right now, financially stressed, any of that stuff that's not making you get up a day after Christmas based on the gifts you were able to get for the people that you love, nothing else is going to create more urgency for you. Follow-up is so important. Let me tell you why follow-up is so important. When I hear somebody follow up with me every 3 to 6 months, and they do it for 2, 3, 4 years, guess what I see this person as? This person's a pro. I like to do business with people that are professional. Here's what I know. Most people will not even stick around for 2 years in sales. And this person's still selling 4 years later. I'm doing business with you because you're a pro. There's 2 ways you can learn about business. One of the ways is go to college. Learn a bunch of theories by professors who have probably never ran a business before. Or you can watch Valuetainment, ran by entrepreneurs who have built and sold businesses, and you can learn from our mistakes and what we did right. And by the way, I'm willing to bet anybody who goes and takes this boring route versus watches Valuetainment, I'm putting my money, this person who watches Valuetainment is going to beat the person who goes to college. You don't believe me? Test me on this.